When I tell people about the Bethel Farm, they get really excited.
It's incredibly unique. I mean, there are not many school districts across the entire United States that have something like this.
Okay, let's head over.
So this is the science lab. Students get a laboratory experience in a real world setting.
I'm still surprised with how much we got.
This project really started out of necessity. We had a sustainable agriculture teacher who was raising plants in his windowsill in a classroom and trying to teach about agriculture. It just didn't make sense. A year later, we had a beautiful school garden. And the next question was, now what? Why not take this sustainable agriculture class and actually have them run a farm? It was a big step, but one that that a lot of folks were passionate about and that could get behind, and one that has materialized into a beautiful program. We started looking for land that was close and accessible to schools, but also had really good soil. And by reviewing soil maps, students discovered that the land immediately between a K-8 school and their high school had some of the best soil around for the farm. Phase one of that project was building a barn and creating the infrastructure. And with community support from the Oregon Community Foundation, the Oregon Conservation Corps, and Seneca Sawmill, which donated most of the lumber for this barn, we were able to hire students over the summer to build this beautiful barn. We put in our own well to bring water here, and we use solar panels to run our refrigeration equipment and to run the pump for our well. And we're actually producing more energy than we consume, so we're actually feeding energy back into the grid. It's important to note that students have built everything from the raised beds for the elementary educational garden, to the wash stations, to this incredible 2,000 square foot barn, to the hoop house that allows us to extend the growing season. In the classroom, students can draw and figure out geometry on a pencil and paper, but putting that into the real world and standing on the pitch of a roof and understanding what an 8-12 or a 6-12 pitch means and why it's important to have structural truss members and what we can do to help support structures in a building gives a whole different contextual meaning to math and geometry. It's easier for everybody to learn by doing. Experience is the mother of education. And the more we can get students doing, especially if they're doing it out of a sense of purpose and a sense of pride and a sense of accomplishment, then we're really doing our job well.
Look at all the varieties of beans I have.
You actually get hands-on experience. Instead of a teacher just talking to you and showing you on a projector or on a piece of paper, you actually get to get your hands dirty and learn how important it is.
Yes, the bookwork is important, but I think there's also that hands-on experience that breathes life into what they're learning in the classroom. I think every student has their own connection. I think they find their own connection. Some students really enjoyed the construction aspect, and a lot of students like to do some of the more tactile work with the food. And of course the cooking projects, a lot of kids connect with that, and that's their highlight.
We also have a beekeeping program that students are involved with.
And this is what a frame looks like. This is what we harvest.
Not only are they learning about pollination and issues of colony collapse disorder, but they're also getting to manage a hive and count the mites and make sure that the hive is staying healthy and harvesting the honey. And this kind of experience is really just an amazing opportunity. Students constructed a commercial grade greenhouse where they're propagating plants all winter and spring. And every spring on Mother's Day, we have a huge Mother's Day sale where students are growing hanging baskets and vegetable starts and flowers, and they get to really demonstrate the work that they put in over the winter to the community and raise money at the same time.
Look! Cool.
We also, with the help of a USDA Farm to School grant, are able to now do field trips across one grade level at every elementary school in the Bethel School District.
Do you like yours? You make a chip sandwich out of it? Nice.
We have help from Calapooya High School students, which is another really fun component. The little kids really love having the high schoolers as part of their field trip experience.
Being more of a role model, it makes you feel like you have a little bit more purpose, and it's great for the soul.
So the concept was to grow acres of food on a large scale where we could donate the food to families that could use it. We can donate the food to the food services department and have every student in the district eating food that was grown by students in the district.
The first full harvest, we were able to serve over 3,000 pounds of fresh vegetables from the farm in our lunch programs. It included tomatoes, lettuce, kale, cucumbers, peppers, onions, garlic, and winter squash.
It makes you feel like you're part of something that's greater than yourself.
I got cilantro, corn, tomatoes, and pepper.
The goal of the farm is really to just continue to do what we're doing well, which is engaging elementary students and high school students in the education that we're doing, and at the same time to increase the food capacity that we're able to produce and to provide for our local community. We also want to continue to bring more people here. We've got great solar demonstration site, we've got a great composting demonstration site, we've got a great farm, and we want more students and more families and more community members to come by and take a look at what we're doing.